Welcome back to the Real Estate Podcast Show. My name is Turner Cavender.
And I'm Travis Hitt.
As if you guys have been following our show on YouTube or iTunes, obviously you kind of knew we took a little bit of break, but it's okay.
A little bit.
We are back. We opened a new office for the Hitt Group in Prosper, Texas, and we've been focusing on that. Really just bringing in the community to come, see that, where we are, what we're located, what we're doing, how we can serve the community. I know our office is in Prosper, Texas, but as all of us agents, we're kind of all over the state of Texas. I know I'm all over. He is. We have some really good agents on our team, and we're growing a good group of men, not discriminating to women. They're always they're available to join our team.
We love everybody.
Yeah, so I don't want you to think that. But we are back on the show, and we want to talk about property taxes and protesting them,
yes.
Right? Okay. So, at this time that this topic is on, we are past it. The
Correct.
Time that you can protest your taxes from
unless
the
you already
year.
have a date set up to dispute it.
Yeah. So let's kind of dive into, because you had a client come to you, which we want you guys to do this. If you have a topic that you want to learn about, please tell us. So you had someone bring this up to you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
They were asking questions, and you want to elaborate on it.
There we go.
Yeah. See, I didn't get back into the flow of things. But yeah, so how about you just go ahead and elaborate on the situation of protesting your previous year's property taxes?
Yeah, let me get the mic here. So some people know about protesting taxes. I can't speak either yet. We'll get there.
We'll get the flow.
And some people don't know about it. But in the state of Texas, you can protest your property tax value when the county and the city mail you your new assessed value. There is a timeline when you can do that, and typically it's May 15th that you actually have to submit that you're going to be protesting, and then every county does it differently, so we're not going to get too deep into this because we may say one thing, and then you go to your county and it's completely different. But typically you have a deadline, which is May 15th, to submit to the county that you're going to protest their assessed value, and then they will typically set a date for you to go in or have a call to basically give the county assessor's office the information of why you're wanting to protest and see if you can bring that value down. There's actually a lot that goes into this. And one, just so you know, the biggest factor is it's completely free to do that. There's a lot of fraud that goes into real estate. And there's a lot of companies that can protest your values for you that are attorneys, and they do a phenomenal job with it. But your standard home, I don't recommend that it's necessary to pay an attorney or an office to do this for you. Typically, what the county wants to see is something that your agent can do for you. So whoever helped you buy that home, they should be following up with you around that May time frame or earlier saying, hey, do you need help protesting your taxes? Because what they want to see is typically 3 comparable sales that support a lower value.
So before we get a little further into this, as you guys have probably I kind of like help you guys as the listener and consumer of the information. So how do they get this information first? So is it email? Is it mail? I mean, I know the answer, but I want you to answer.
Their new assessed value?
Yeah, no. The new assessed value. How do they get the information to take action the next steps?
Typically, it always comes in the mail.
Mail, okay.
Yep. So you'll get something from the county.
That was my question. Yeah. Not from some other Joe Blow company,
nope,
right?
That's straight from the county. So if you're in Collin County, Denton County, Tarrant County, it will come directly from the county appraisal district assessor's office.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry I got you off topic.
No, you're
but
good.
I'm just
you're good.
helping you guys understand so you can really understand everything as we go through these steps.
Yeah.
So you were talking about the steps, so you have to have 3 comparable sales to get back on track.
Yeah. So typically they want to see no less than 3 sales. And what you're doing basically, let's say you buy a house at $400,000 in this year. And let me know where you find it.
Right.
But let's just say for numbers, you buy a home this year at $400,000, and then next year you get your assessed value, and it comes out at $475,000. You're like, that just seems too high. Well, you have the right to protest it. So if you call your agent, call us if you don't have one. We're simply going to go and look up the recent sales within a year of that neighborhood that are like properties to yours. And if we can support a 450 range, a 440, 430, whatever, then you want to protest those taxes to lower what you're paying in your escrow account towards your taxes, or if you pay it yourself at the end of the year. We want to save you money, and you should want to save money as well.
Yeah.
The difference is people forget the right time and the wrong time to do that. And this is personally my real estate opinion. Some people may agree, some people may not agree, but people think you need to protest your taxes just because you can. Mm-hmm. But I always tell my clients, if you're thinking about selling your home in the next year or two, you have to be careful with protesting those taxes. Because let's say you bought it for $400, the assessed value comes out at $475, and you're thinking of selling it in a year. Well, if you're trying to protest that to get it down to $430, and then you end up listing that property at $470, $480, $490, or whatever, well, now you're basically saying your house is only worth $430, and that's going to bring that tax assessed value down to whatever you disputed at, whatever y'all settle at. So you have to be careful. You can be hurting yourself because good agents will look at the tax rolls. Now, we do not go off of only assessed values from the county because usually they are lower than what we're going to sell your home for. But you can clearly see on the tax rolls if you, as a homeowner, you have disputed and lowered those taxes. So if somebody does that and then they list their home right after, as a buyer's agent, I'm going to say, well, you only think your house is worth $430. Why do you want my client to pay $500?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So you have to be kind of careful because it's depending on what you're disputing it at and how much you're saving. Over a year term, it's not an exponential amount. So you don't want to hurt yourself by lowering your assessed value by $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 when you're going to go sell it and then it looks like it's worth less than it is.
That's because the buyer's agent is going to look this information up.
Correct.
And then tell their client that they're helping to, if they're interested in this home.
Yeah.
And, us agents and people in our industry use a lot of abbreviations. So there might be some of you that are listening or watching in. What is comp? What does that stand for?
Comps.
I know.
Comparable. So comparable sale.
Comparable. So a home that's been sold. We can't use something that's on the market because it hasn't been sold yet. And we can't you can't use anything that hasn't been sold. So closed or sold homes, comp, abbreviation for comparable of your current home that you are discussing or looking at or trying to sell.
Yeah, exactly. Pending does not count either.
No.
Closed, sold.
Closed and sold. Right?
Yeah, but disputing your taxes is something that's a huge benefit in the state of Texas because basically the county is saying, hey, if you can prove to us that your house is worth less, then you're going to save money. So it's something that I think everybody should at least understand to a point and do because, one, it's your right. You shouldn't pay the county more taxes than you need. And if you're going to be there for long term, why not save every penny that you can? But again, think about when you're going to sell that property and don't shoot yourself in the foot by disputing it too low and then saying your house is only worth a certain amount. Okay. And that's my opinion.
Yeah.
And a lot of older school agents, I love all of y'all. I look up to a lot of older school agents, but a lot of people don't think about where we're at in today's day and age. This guy over here is a guru at technology. I am not. He had problems with speakers earlier, and I go, I'd love to help you, but I'm zero help.
Yeah.
What people forget now is everything's online. So back in the day, you could probably lower your assessed value by $50,000, and nobody's really ever going to find it or really know where to look, or it's not right in front of them. But with everything being digitally recorded now, every time that there's a change on your property, it's very easily found now because if something's changed on your property on the tax rolls, that transfers over to Zillow, over to Realtor.com, over to the MLS, which is what we search on. So back before all the digital age, you could get away with a lot more stuff and there wasn't as much information that buyers and agents could easily see at their fingertips to where you can
more
now.
accessible now for
Correct.
everyone to see, the whole public.
Correct.
Instead of people that pay a lot of money to have access to MLS and stuff like
Correct.
that. You think we hit the nail?
The
hammer?
Again, it's not something we want to dive into too many details because every county has a different process and things required. But dispute your taxes if you think it's too high. Call and ask questions. Get with somebody that knows what they're doing. It's your right. So go save money.
That's definitely one thing we want to leave off on is that I know there are times in this industry where the agents are not as as servant as they should be to their clientele or their past clients. So we're here to serve. That's why we do this show. We want to help you with your journey in your real estate. So we are here to help you. In the comments and the description of this video, whether it's on iTunes or YouTube, there will be a link there for you to easily go ahead and go to that website and schedule a call with us. It'll have our contacts on there. Easy for you to do. If you're nervous about it, don't worry about it. It'll all be web-based, and then we can call you when you feel like it's best for you and convenient for you. We want to make everything easy on you and educate you for you. It's not about us. We are servants. Travis and I love what we do, and we want to be here to help you guys.
That's right.
So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.